What's going on, everybody? Before we get into the player that you're here for, I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in any other player, I have more than 20 fantasy previews coming your way. So check the playlist down below and they'll all be listed below. Thanks, and let's get into the video. Tony Pollard comes in as my running back 5, 8th player overall. So I have him pre-cemented in the first round, where I know his ADP is really wavering between, like, I've seen him when I do sleeper mock drafts go at the late second, but then I've seen drafts where he goes on the 1-2 turn. I really like Tony Pollard this year, and he really caps off, or I should say starts off, my run of running backs right here, where next on the list will be Josh Jacobs, then Derrick Henry. Not a major list right there, but he is the top of those three. Tony Pollard to me is just one of those running backs that is pretty great. He's not going to be the guy that should carry the ball 300 times like Josh Jacobs or Derrick Henry can. Those guys don't have the big play threat ability that Tony Pollard has. Pollard is a special player, and I think he was sitting behind Zeke for so long that people are starting to forget it, and he had his breakout last year, but it really wasn't that big of a breakout, to be honest. Just over 1,000 rushing yards, had about 30 catches, so really, it wasn't that crazy of a season. But don't forget how talented he is. People are going to want to go back to the Josh Jacobs well once he returns to camp. They're going to want to go back to Jonathan Taylor. Derrick Henry has been kind of just like, he's been money, the last couple years. But for me, I'm taking Tony Pollard for the upside chance that he is just the RB1, that he does get the 300 carries, and they do just give him all the goal line work, because there really isn't, and I hate using this argument, but there is no other really true running back there. There's Deuce Vaughn, who has had a pretty good preseason, and Ronald Jones, who's suspended for the first 2 games. So I think a Dallas offense that's going to need to rely on the running game, I think Tony Pollard needs to be a big part of this offense. So I think for the upside swing chance, I'm going to take Tony Pollard 8th overall.